Hey, it's Jace here from Rocked MMA and welcome to another episode of What's Next. Today we're going to be looking at Michael Chandler. So on Saturday night, that was probably the best debut he could have asked for. It was insane. First round knockout over Dan Hooker, who, he was a top 5, well, he was ranked 6, but top 5 opponent. So Chandler now really is going to probably want the biggest name, and rightfully so. But the best part about this win for him is people are going to want to fight him now, and that was the problem he had before. The only fight he could really get was with Dan Hooker. So who should he face next? Well, Dustin Poirier is probably going to want to take the Conor trilogy next, and rightfully so. Why wouldn't he? It's the biggest payday. But obviously Dustin is still top of the pile, and that is probably the fight that Chandler is going to want the most. Also, the Conor fight makes sense. I mean, it's still, even after Saturday, the biggest money fight, and if he could finish Conor McGregor, how good would that be? That would just push him into superstardom, especially after knocking out Dan Hooker. And if he comes and just knocks out Conor after that, he's just going to be the next biggest star of the UFC. I'd also like to see him fight Justin Gaethje. Now, their two styles together would be just an absolute war and a half. So yeah, that is definitely a fight I'd love to see. But that's a fight Chandler can definitely win. I mean, Gaethje gets rocked in his fights. I mean, I know he hasn't been rocked. Well, he got choked out, but I know he hasn't been rocked in his last couple of fights. That's because he changed his style from wanting to be the most exciting fighter to wanting to be a champion. But it's still the same chin. So if Chandler can catch him, I mean, Chandler knocked out Dan Hooker, who's meant to have a good chin. So I'm pretty sure he can knock out Gaethje. Charles Oliveira as well. That's a great matchup. I mean, Oliveira's great on the ground, and obviously Chandler's a great wrestler, and he's very, very good at defense as well. I mean, I don't know if anyone's watching any videos of Chandler doing some wrestling with Kamaru Usman. He goes around Kamaru Usman so easily. It's quite funny, actually. So Chandler's in a really, really, really good spot. He's 35. At first, I thought he may be a little bit old, but really at 35, he's in his prime, and he's got roughly 3 years left of his prime, which is more than enough to do what he needs to do and get out of there. 3 solid years, and he could be a superstar. I'd love to see him fight for a bout, and if he beats everyone on the way to the bout and gets the bout and then defends it against a top contender, that could be enough to bring Khabib back. You just don't know. It could be, and I'd love to see that fight. I'd like to see him. Well, I probably wouldn't really be that interested in the Conor Khabib fight anymore, just because of how easily Dustin, well, not easily he beat him, but he did beat him fairly easily. And I do also love the sound of a lightweight tournament, and to be fair, Chandler has got a good chance of winning that. I mean, the names you'd probably throw in there would be Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, Chandler, Poirier. But yeah, Chandler's got loads of potential fights. So thank you very much for listening, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.